Alright guys, the Junkie, I'm back again. This one is, I want to do something different, something special. This is something that I saw going around on YouTube when I first started watching videos. It's been a year or so, I guess, since this thing's gone around, but it's the nerd tag. Or get to know a nerd. I'm not afraid to use that word. I'm a nerd. I admit that I am, so I know recently there's been a lot of newer people coming onto YouTube that are collectors of comics and stuff. And this video goes out to anybody that watches this and wants to respond. Um, you're more than welcome to do it. I encourage it. I hope people do. But yeah, I want to go ahead and get this started again because there's a lot of new guys out there in the community, and I want everybody to feel welcome. And so yeah, let's get started. Okay, my name's Don. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I was born and raised right here in Florida, in Tampa, actually. I've only been out of the state 3 times. Once, when I was a kid, I went to Ohio. My parents are from Columbus, Ohio, so I went with them as a kid. The second time I went to Columbus, Ohio was after my father had passed when I was 15. My dad passed of an aneurysm. He went into a coma in his sleep, and basically from that point on, I read comics, but comics was really a good escape for me from life. I had a relatively tough life growing up, so the reason I have so much stuff is because when I was a kid, I got a lot, but you learn to cherish your stuff because you don't know when you're going to get more. So I always took care of all my toys, my comics I've had all these years. I've never gotten rid of any. It's hard for me to let go. Like, I'm trying to do some trade videos, and for me the struggle is just letting go of my comic. Even though I have multiple copies, for me it's just trying to let go. Because they were such a big part of my life. I would come home from school and I would just read comics all day, all night. I try to draw comics. Of course, I'm not a very good artist. But, yeah, I've been collecting comics since the 3rd grade. I got my very first comic. I don't have it out, but it was a Captain America. I was in 3rd grade, and for Christmas, my teacher gave all the boys and girls in the class a stocking. And in the boys' stocking was a comic book with, of course, candy. And in the girls was like a doll, like a Barbie doll type deal with candy. And I remember Captain America, I can't remember the issue, but he's looking through like around a tree, and it's got Falcon on it. And I thought to myself, wow, just amazing. I love the story. I love the art. So I was in the 3rd grade, probably 8, 9 years old. That was my very first comic, and I've been hooked ever since. I've been buying comics. I didn't buy as much when I was younger because I only got an allowance, like $5 a week or so. So, as a kid, you couldn't really buy a whole lot. I mean, you could, but now $5 barely even gets you one Marvel comic. But back then, you got a handful of books, and I liked it. I got them off the spinner rack from a convenience store that was up the street from my apartments. So yeah, I really enjoyed comics. And then, as I got older, after my dad passed, I turned 16. I got a job at a mall, pushing around the little cleanup cart. Yeah, I was that kid. Back then, you could smoke in the mall, so I had to clean the cigarette butts out of the ashtrays and vacuum the rugs. But I made pretty good money. I think I made like $9, $10 an hour back then, which is a lot. And I only worked weekends, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And there was a Walden Books in the mall, and they had 2 spinner racks. And I remember I used to go in there every payday and just almost spend my whole entire check on comics. That's when I really, really, really started getting hooked. Then I took a little bit of. I got married. And to my ex-wife, who I dearly hate. But I took a break from comics, probably a 2 or 3 year break. And then I met my current wife, who I love dearly, and She encourages my collecting. She's allowed me to have this beautiful room with all my stuff. She doesn't even care if they're spread out. Just go to a J-Lo movie every once in a while. But that I really got into comics. I mean, and now my addiction is like full blown. I mean, as you can see, the prints on the wall. I got action figures. I've got comic books. I got video games. I've got toys. I've got everything I could possibly want. I got a great life. I love my comics. I love watching YouTube videos about comics. But yeah, I mean, without comics, I mean, as a kid, I don't know where I would have ended up. So I really do cherish my books. I really, really, really do cherish my books. So yeah, that's kind of my story. I collect everything. I don't have a preference. If it's got a good cover or it's got a good story, I'll buy it. I'll read it. I get a lot of hints and stuff and what to buy from you guys. And I love watching your videos. Trust me, I watch 95% of the videos that come out from you guys. I love it. I think it's great. I love watching people collect. I love watching your haul videos. I love seeing what you guys picked up. That's my favorite part, is just the excitement of you guys when you open a package or you open a box and you're like, look what I found today for real. I love it. To me, that drives me. That drives me to go out and hunt. But yeah, that's basically my story. So if anybody that watches this video wants to respond, new or old, newer people or older people that have been on YouTube, but I've just noticed there's a big influx of like newer people on YouTube. The older guys have kind of like faded off a little bit. There's a few out there, but for the most part, they really don't make any more videos. Now it's more of the newer crowd, the newbies on collecting. So, and I'm sure I'd like to get to know some other people out there. So if you guys want to make a video or response to tell me, how you got into collecting, how long, what you love about collecting. I have plenty of videos. I think I have 100 videos. I know I'm relatively new. I think I started September 22nd of last year on YouTube, and I'm up to like 343 subscribers, which I appreciate every single one of you. I mean, I never thought in a million years I would get 50. I mean, I'm just an ordinary guy from Tampa, Florida that collects comics. I mean, who would have guessed that I'd have that many people that like to watch my videos? So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Please start a chain on this video. Get to know a Nerd Tag 2 or 3 or whatever version this is, but let's get it going. If you guys want to tag people, I'm cool with that, but I'm just, since I think I may have just restarted this, I'm just leaving an open invitation to anybody that wants to respond. I don't care if you've done one of these before or not. There's people out there that may not have seen your videos before or know who you are. So if you want to do it, if you want to participate, I'm all for it. I'm thumbs up on that one. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel and leaving me comments. Negative or positive, thumbs down. At first it bothered me, now it doesn't. I mean, everybody has their opinion, and if you don't like what I say, then that's fine. That's your right. But yeah, guys, let's get this going. This is Nerd Tag. So anybody that wants to respond, by all means, do it. I'd love to see your video. I'd love to hear your story. Alright, guys, Junkie's out.